Hi, welcome back. I'm Sophie, a certified self-belief coach for introverts and creatives, helping you to transform self-doubt into self-trust so you can lead your business with confidence. Today's video is all about noticing and understanding when it might be time for your business to evolve. So we're going to look for the signs for how to tell that it might be time for your business to evolve, and also how to develop the courage to let it. So if you're an established creative business owner feeling like something in your business needs to change, but you're not sure what or how to make this happen, then this video is for you. Stick around till the end for 6 powerful journaling prompts that you can use to gain some insights and figure out what it is exactly that might need to change and start developing that self-belief to make it happen. When you've been in business for a few years and you've built a solid reputation among your ideal clients, it's easy to convince yourself that the only way you should be feeling about that is grateful and wonderful and that you don't ever want it to change. But it's not that simple, is it? At least not when you're a whole human with a full spectrum of emotions and a full life and identity outside of work. It's perfectly natural that alongside your gratitude for how well business is going on paper, you may also feel a mix of fear that something will happen that means that you can't carry on working the way that you are. And so you might have to let some of those lovely clients down. Burnout from working too much or not working on enough of the things that truly light you up, which may well have changed over time. Boredom, because sometimes with mastery comes predictability and even monotony. And there may be a part of you that craves novelty or the thrill of getting to get good at something new. Resentment about the fact that you're always so busy with client work that you never have time to work on your own business development or passion projects. Trapped in the business model that you've created for yourself, even though you poured your heart into dreaming it up and bringing it to life. And you're immensely proud of this. Confusion or overwhelm about how you can begin to make any sort of change in the way you run your business. Guilt for feeling this way and even thinking about exploring other avenues, pivoting or moving away from the current services you offer. And finally, anxiety, when you try to visualize the future and it feels really unclear and uncertain, or you're not sure if you'll be as successful at the new thing as you are at your current thing. If you're feeling any or all of these emotions, let me reassure you that it's totally normal and understandable and nothing to feel bad about. The likelihood is you're not the same person you were when you first started your business all those years ago. You've learnt so much during this time. You've grown, you've evolved, and your values might have shifted too. And so isn't it to be expected that your business might also need to go through an evolution of its own? One of the reasons that you might be feeling the tug of discontentment or the whisper to try something new is that your business in its current form doesn't give you enough room to be all of who you are now. It could be that there's a misalignment between the person you are today and the business you find yourself running. So what do I mean by that? Let's have a look at an example. Perhaps when you started your business, you shied away from being visible, and it's taken a lot of courage and practice to feel comfortable with marketing and selling. Cut to today, and you've made wonderful progress in this area, such that showing up on Instagram and even guesting on podcasts or posting videos doesn't feel half as scary as it used to. Deep down, you've even realized that you kind of enjoy these more visible parts of your business. Who knew? Anyway, this is making you feel curious about adding some new aspects to your work that you never thought you could before. Perhaps you want to go from solely being a branding photographer to hosting events that incorporate your photography, while also honoring your values for connection and community. Or maybe you're a web designer craving the financial peace of mind that could come from semi-passive income in the form of an online course or a shop of digital products. You might be a copywriter who's seen the power of working one-to-one with people to help them get their ideas out of their head. So you want to explore training as a coach or mentor to deepen your skills. Whatever your secret dream is, my biggest piece of advice to you is to let it be there. Don't write it off before you've even had a chance to fully formulate it in your mind. Just because right now you don't know exactly how you'll make this shift and you can't picture how it'll all work out, doesn't mean you aren't capable of making it happen. Uncertainty is part of the deal of self-employment, right? And I bet when you first started the business you have today, you couldn't see the path laid out ahead of you then either. And yet here you are. If you recognize yourself in the examples, I encourage you to be super gentle with yourself about this. I know you can be your own harshest critic, and the voices that tell you this will never work, it's too hard, you're not good enough, can often shout the loudest. You might also be skipping ahead to worrying about disappointing people with any decisions you make because you're a big-hearted creative who values and cherishes the relationships you've built. And what a beautiful thing that is. Regardless of your loud inner critic, I also know you're an incredibly resourceful and resilient person. You've navigated tough situations before and you're more than capable of doing it again. Take your time here and know that the absence of a clear solution right now in this moment does not signify a dead end. Open your mind to the possibility that there are plenty of ways that this can work out wonderfully in your favour. Trust yourself to explore the idea of doing things differently. And most importantly, please know that you're absolutely worthy of a business that feels like home to you. And so, if you've outgrown the home you've built, remember that you're allowed to make changes, big or small, to have it fit you perfectly again. This does not make you ungrateful or greedy or flaky. It makes you a human, with a desire for a deeply meaningful and fulfilling work life, and you deserve that and more. Now for those journaling prompts that I mentioned that will help you to get some new insights and to understand a bit more what's going on for you. So grab a notebook and put some nice music on, maybe light a candle, pour yourself a fresh cup of tea, and spend a few minutes just reflecting on these questions and see what comes up for you. If you could meet the version of you who started your business, what do you think they'd make of you? What differences would you notice between past you and present you? How much room is there in your current business model for you to show up as your full, authentic self? And to what extent does your business allow you to honour your values? If you release the guilt of not being grateful enough for how well things have gone so far, what would you want to do next? Be honest with yourself. Imagine you're fully leaning into self-trust and backing yourself to take a bold step. What comes up for you? What might that step be? Let it be an incomplete picture. And finally, which parts of yourself do you need to nurture in order to start moving in the direction of this new aligned vision? So I hope you get some really great insights from those journaling questions. And if you think of any questions off the back of this, I'd love to hear from you. You can leave a comment below or send me an email. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.